But Ben Gray is standing by because I said there's so much to talk about as regards boxing in Nigeria. And this weekend, we're going to have a massive one. Crawford versus Canelo. Where are you putting your money? Let's bring in Ben Gray. He's right here in London with me. Ben, good to have you on Sports Tonight.
Great to be here with you, Austin. Thank you.
Awesome, fantastic pictures on your screen right there. Dan Aziz, a light heavyweight, former light heavyweight Commonwealth champion. And you saw him right there with a former IBF European welterweight champion, Larry Kundayo, who is now his trainer. But Ben, let's get right into it. Chaos in the ring. Who is causing chaos? What's this about?
Well, this, Austin, is the biggest show in recent Nigerian history, probably in recent African history. Big-time boxing is coming to Lagos, 1st of October, Independence Day. It's going to be a big show, international names, and yeah, I can't wait. We are so looking forward to this fight.
That's right. And I spoke to Dr. Ezekiel Adamu, and he's so pumped up, and everyone is looking forward to this one. It's happening on Independence Day. We've got Dan Aziz having his debut fight in Lagos, Nigeria. Where are the other fighters on the card, Ben?
Yeah, there's some great names. I mean, as you've mentioned, Dan Aziz, he's actually been offered other fights in the UK, but he said, no, I want to come back to Nigeria. I want to come to my fatherland and fight on this monumental card. We've also got American cruiserweights, the heavy-handed Brandon Glanton and Marcus Brown, former Olympian. Both of these guys can punch, and they don't like each other. There's genuine grudge and beef between the two of them. So that alone will be a great fight, you know, one that would grace any international boxing card.
Wow, Ben, I know you've been promoting and supporting boxing in Nigeria for some time now. You're passionate about it. And that's why we christened you Bolu, because of the love that you've got for the country. Ben, do you think this chaos in the ring is a good step towards developing boxing in Nigeria?
Absolutely, absolutely. Ezekiel Adamu from Balmoral, he's done a brilliant job. In fact, he's actually made the rest of the international boxing community sit up and listen. You know for how long we've been trying to get people to take notice of Nigeria. Well, he's done it. He's got the big players in the industry looking at Nigeria. And what's great about it as well is he's not just bringing big international names. He's got local talent on the card as well. So it's that blend between international names and developing the local talent, which is so important because you know, Nigeria's got so much talent within the country. We want to see Nigerian world champions.
Sounds good. Let me hand you over to Yemi in Lagos.
All right, Ben, good to have you join us on the show again tonight. Let me ask you this. You talked about the big players, I mean, getting attention, noticing Nigeria and all of that, and it's good to hear. But do you think chaos in the ring will open the floodgates for boxing in Nigeria and we'll begin to see big fights happen, you know, after this big event?
Absolutely. I know for a fact that some of the biggest names in the sport are paying attention to this fight. If you think about it, Nigeria boasts a lot of international heavyweights who identify with Nigerian origin. You've got Anthony Joshua, you've got Deontay Wilder, you've got the up-and-coming Moses Atama. They are all very keen to fight in Nigeria, and I think this is going to open the gateway. It's going to be shown internationally around the world on DAZN. So people globally are going to be able to see this card, and I think this is just the beginning of something very, very special for Nigeria and indeed Africa.
All right, in terms of collaboration, in terms of partnership, maybe with boxing federations, with the government of Nigeria, what are some of the things you love to see on the ground? You've done your part. The global attention is coming towards Nigeria. But in terms of partnership, in terms of collaboration, what are some of the things will make some of these big fights happen on a regular? What are those things you think the other side, like the government, the boxing federations, should do that will make these things happen on a regular?
Well, you're absolutely right. So the Director General of Sport, Buki Oladipo, has shown great leadership. We've also got organisations like Bet Naja and Lagos State getting behind this, and that's what it really needs. It needs some of the big players to back this event and future events, and once that's done, you will just see the talent come through. I genuinely believe, as I've said for the last 10 years, I believe Nigeria and Lagos can be a hotbed for Africa and a centre for global sport now. It really is. Dr. Ezekiel is really showing some great leadership here, and I think we're at that time now.
Awesome, Ben. I saw Larry Kundai right there. What role is he playing for the chaos in the ring?
Well, as you know, Larry is a great boxer in his own right, and he's inspired another generation. He's working with Dan Aziz, and they're great friends. He's got a great boxing brain, and I think he will go on to become a great trainer. So, he's got a lot of experience to impart, and I think we'll see other talent coming through with Larry as well.
Awesome. Then let's talk about the big one coming up. And it's Sunday morning. Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford. How big of a fight is this one, Ben?
This is massive, Austin. This is absolutely huge. It's going to be on Netflix worldwide, so we're going to have tens of millions of people being able to watch it. And which, as a boxing fan, I'd love to see that the rest of the world get interested in boxing. So it's a great platform. It's a massive fight. It's genuinely exciting. There's a load of jeopardy in this fight. No one truly knows what's going to happen, and that's what makes it a good fight. So, I can't wait.
I don't believe you that no one knows what's going to happen, Ben. I know you know what's going to happen, and that's why you're going to tell us. When you put your money, something tells me it's on Canelo.
You're absolutely right. I'm going with Canelo, the bigger man, the harder puncher. I think Terence Crawford is, absolutely great fighter, but he's stepping up 2 weight divisions. He struggled when in his last fight about a year ago, and he stepped up a weight there. He's stepping up 2 weight divisions against an awesome puncher, and I think second half of the fight, it'll be a brave attempt, but second half of the fight, I think we're going to see Canelo possibly knock him out. That's my prediction, but we'll have to wait till Sunday to find out.
You can't be so confident, Ben, because they just finished the weigh-in and Terence is looking good. I think he is looking the heaviest, so it's probably built up to take those punches. Can that be tricky on the night of Canelo?
Well, as the old saying goes, you can't put muscle on chins. And, when you step up a weight division against an awesome puncher like Canelo, at some point he's going to have his chin tested. And that's what my feeling is in this fight. But, we don't know for definite, and that's why we'll be tuning in at 5 a.m. Sunday morning to find out.
I must say thank you so much, Ben Gray, for your time on the show tonight. Always a delight to talk boxing with you. And I'm sure the Lagos fans will be waiting to have you around, Ben. Thank you.
I can't wait. Get your popcorn ready, guys. This is going to be massive. And big shout out to Channels and yourself, Austin, for always supporting Nigerian boxing. Well done, you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ben Gray, our promoter and supporter of boxing in Nigeria. And we love him so much. So we said, Ben, we know the English people gave you Ben. We are giving you Bolu to show you that we love you. But Ben was so quick, wanted to give him a wife from Nigeria, but it's okay. It's all love. That was Ben Gray. Let's go to Tokyo now. We talked about the World Athletics Championship. Lilian Okole, she's an international sports journalist. All right, to narrow Lilian to athletics. She's an international sports journalist. Lilian, good to have you join us on Sports Tonight. Hi, Lilian. No way. Tokyo doesn't want us to talk to Lilian tonight. Anyway, if she comes back, we're going to talk to her. But let me take you back to Yemi in Lagos. Yemi?
Yeah, we see how it pans out with the Tokyo adventure. But Olumide has been listening to Ben and your thoughts. I'm particularly happy. It's been a while we've tried to bring the big stars, the big guns to Nigeria. This would definitely attract global attention, and I hope you open the floodgates for big fights.
Yeah, I quite agree with you, Yemi. He's mentioned a couple of them out there who are of Nigerian
heritage.
Yes, so I mean, it's good to come back home, and then what you've done at the global stage, you want to also give your people a fair share of that. But beyond that, I'm looking at what is happening in Lagos generally. We know July, early August, it was huge. A sporting event in terms of tennis festival, and Lagos has been into even boxing. They've been doing a lot at the grassroots level, so I think that this is something that can take it to the next level. When you get to see these guys that probably you've just watched them or you've read a couple of things about them, literally they are here, you can see them perform. And beyond that, the commerce that will come into this, because there are other benefits beyond just what will happen in the ring. So it's a good one for Lagos. Right. Great initiative right there.
I agree. As we wrap up this discussion on boxing, let's allow you listening to the prominent figures, the key figures behind chaos in the ring. We've talked about all of them: Dan Aziz, Larry Ekundaya, and of course Dr. Ezekiel Ademu. We'll listen to them, and of course we'll see if we can still go to Tokyo to have that conversation. But first, let's listen to the key figures. We'll come back for more Sports Tonight.
This takes priority. Fighting back home in Nigeria on one of the biggest shows to ever, touch the land. It's no way I couldn't do it. This is about legacy. It's about the impact. How are you going to inspire the next generation coming up? So yeah, I'm so excited. I'm giving to the fans, chaos. Do you know what I mean? That title's so befitting for my style of fighting. Yeah. And to be honest, I'm just, Nigeria were very, how can I explain it? It's we carry everything with pride. Do you know what I mean? So I'm happy to come out there and, just show my talent, show what I'm made of. Come back home and just show, hey, look, your boy's back. I'm back home and I'm here to put on a show. So.
This is what we've been trying to introduce to Nigeria for years, and I'm so glad that I get to experience that. So yeah, I'm probably pumped up for that. As we all know, Dan is a monster in the ring, so he's always going to cause chaos. So it's going to be a great night, and most especially right in his father's land. Can't wait.
I asked Ben this. Let me also ask you, this sort of show, Chaos in the Ring, does it take us closer towards developing boxing in Nigeria?
100%. I mean, having to get foreigners coming to actually understand what it's like and the love that the Nigerian have for boxing, I think is going to create a big opportunity for the young fighters.
The time is round. The time is right. You see what Saudis, see what the other part of the world are doing to using sports to promote tourism. And what we've done as well over the years is that we've used music and all of that to promote tourism in Nigeria. But right now, we're trying to use boxing and sports generally to push tourism in Nigeria. And there's a lot of talent in Nigeria. If you look at the world, the boxing stage in the world class category, Nigeria has given so many talents, so many world champions. You have AJ. AJ has Nigerian blood to him. If you are Jaguar, we're talking Lawrence Okoli, we're talking Moses Ituma now. These are all people in Nigeria. There's Dan Aziz who's going to be part of the show. And let me tell you something about Dan. Dan actually had a better offer to be on a show here in the UK. But because this is the first time we're actually showcasing Nigerian boxing to the rest part of the world, Dan said, you know what, I have to be part of the show and I have to be part of history to say that the first time a platform like this is coming to Nigeria and Africa, I actually headline and part of it. So for us, this is what it's all about. And actually coming to a gym like this, look at this. This is what is. Why can't we have this in Nigeria? Why can't we have this kind of platform to bring Nigerian young people? Why can't we give them a hope as well for the future? And that's what we come in, and that's what we're doing with this.